Okay, so the next factor on the list is actually economic opportunities. This is another reason why there's greater diversity in Singapore nowadays. Okay, economic opportunities just means the chance or the opportunity to actually make some cash, make some dough, make your economic condition status well off. Right, so Singapore is an attractive place for migrants to come in, and that's why they're coming in. They're trying to come in as much as allowed lah. Right. If you look at the chart here in 2014, Singapore is actually the top country that's conducive. There's a conducive business environment, meaning it's very easy to do business here. Singapore ranks as the best country to do business. Can you guys speculate why exactly this is so? Pause the video, think about it. Once you're ready, continue. Alright, so the answer is actually all on page 140. You can read it on your own time. I'll just summarize it nicely for you here. Firstly, Singapore is a country that has the best investment potential, at least in 2014. Alright, there's very little restrictions on the flow of capital into the country, and they allow for easy investment for businesses. Okay, there's also favorable operating conditions and strong diplomatic ties to different countries around the world. The very fact that Singapore has been run by a stable government over the past 51 years was actually ideal for businesses to come here and invest here. So there's potential for growth, there's potential for easy investments here. Second, it's the easiest place to do business here. In fact, you want to set up a business here, it's quite easy to actually it's quite easy to actually set up a company in fact less than 2 hours, 3 hours, all online. Okay, there's this site called ACRA, ACRA, where people who want to set up their business, sole proprietorships, all these terms I'll explain to you all in class later. But then if you want to set up a business in Singapore, it's quite easy. You go to a website, you set it up, it can be done in about 2-3 hours. Of course, you must have money to pay lah. Okay, on top of that, if let's say you have problems, you even have a hotline on the site ready to call. So Singapore makes it easy for you to actually conduct business. On top of that, you can look here, forms for construction permits, new workplace safety and healthcare regulations can also be submitted online. There's also access to a lot of information on regulation, making it easy for people who are interested to conduct business here. Set up fast, easy, no worries. And lastly, is a top country in Asia for least corruption in the economy. We're quite reputed to have very little corruption. Our public service is not exactly easily influenced by bribes. I don't think they're influenced at all. Yeah, so there's something to be proud of. Okay, this is due to clear, strict laws and legislation imposed by the government over business dealings and transactions. Okay, so there is an element of law that guards businesses and ensures that they can conduct it well. All right. Okay, on page 141, I'm not skipping that. It's really important to actually encourage businesses to come and set up here, because it enables Singapore to remain competitive and continue to be a place where businesses and investors can see long-term prospects for growth. So maintaining competitiveness in our global economy is important, especially considering Singapore's small size and the fact that we do not have resources other than people. Okay, so that is why the government constantly pushes towards making business easy for companies and people. Alright, so here in this page, this one you can find this on page 142 and 143. Business opportunities have brought about growth in our GDP per capita, increased income per people, growth of high and low skilled workers needed to sustain our economy, and our diversity in socioeconomic status, religious and ethnic diversity. The very fact that people are coming here to work to earn money has contributed to our economy, definitely. We require both low and high skilled workers. On page 143 you can see high skilled workers, foreign professionals who do contribute to the Singapore economy, and they are managers, professionals, managers, executives and technicians. They do contribute, but we also do need low skilled workers, so construction workers. Not that they're low skilled lah, but they are an essential part of the workforce. Domestic helpers, especially when you talk about an aging population, we do need them to take care of our elderly. So there is a need for this to sustain the economy. All these things, the fact that they come here for business, do add to the diversity of our society here. So socioeconomic status, religious and ethnic diversity. Right? Something to think about. I'll go through this in class, but I do want you guys to read this up on page 145 and 146. It's a source investigation. Read it up. It's about whether foreign professionals find Singapore an attractive place to read in. I'll actually do this in class with you guys. Okay? Same thing. Read up.